Hello, welcome to the lecturer's desk. Get your medical thoughts cleared before you leave. And please don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell.
Hello guys, welcome back once again to my YouTube channel. My name is Michael, you can call me Mike. Today we are going to talk about systemic circulation. When we talk of systemic circulation, what is it? It's a type of circulation in which oxygenated blood is being transported by the arteries to all parts of the body so that the tissues and then the cells can get oxygen and then the food nutrients, and after everything the deoxygenated blood will be carried by the veins to the heart again so that we will transport it into the lungs for oxygenation. So this is basically what the systemic circulation entails. Now today we will go into details the pathways through which this circulation happen. Now let me introduce certain thing over here to you so that you will get the understanding. When you take the heart, it has two divisions, the right and then the left, the right and left. So the left side, I have the red color over there. That represents the arteries. You understand? Because they carry oxygenated blood. On my left side, I have blue color over here. That represents the veins. They carry the oxygenated blood. And then I have some green markers or green markings over here, and they represent the capillaries, the place where the gaseous and then nutrients exchange. And then I have the parts in which this exchange will occur. Now let's start with the systemic circulation. The systemic circulation starts from the left side of the heart. So if you take the left side of the heart, the oxygenated blood will come to the left atrium and then will pump it into the left ventricle. So the left ventricle will start the process by contracting. So during the contraction, there's opening up of the aortic semilunar valve. So the aortic semilunar valve will open and then the blood will be pumped into the aorta. So in the ascending part of the aorta, some of the blood will enter into the coronary circulation. And then into the aortic arch, some of the blood will go to the arm and some of the blood will go to the head. Now, through which arteries can the blood reach the arm and then the blood reach the head? Now, we have the head, we have the subclavian arteries. So the subclavian arteries will transport the oxygenated blood to the arms. They are two, we have the left and then the right. So when I say subclavian arteries, you have to understand. Now, we have the head. So the head, which arteries transport the oxygenated blood to the head so that the brain can get oxygen and then the food nutrients. We have the carotid arteries, and then we have the vertebral arteries. So the vertebral arteries together with the carotid arteries, they will come together and then supply the head with oxygen and food nutrients. Now, the vertebral artery is a branch of the subclavian artery. So if you don't, you have to remember that it's not directly from the carotid artery. Now, after the supply and the exchange of oxygen and then the carbon dioxide and the food nutrient, and then the waste product will be deposited into the blood again. And then this blood with the low amount of oxygen and the high carbon dioxide and waste material is called the deoxygenated blood. This deoxygenated blood will have to move to the heart again. You understand? And then through that, we have the jugular vein over here. So from the head, the jugular veins will carry the deoxygenated blood. And then from the arms, we have the subclavian vein. The subclavian veins will also carry the blood from the arms, and then the two will deposit it into the brachiocephalic vein. The brachiocephalic veins, after it gets the blood from these areas, it will also deposit it into the superior vena cava. And then the superior vena cava will then transport it into the right atrium so that the pulmonary circulation will occur to get it oxygenated. Now, this is basically the process involved in what? The supplying of blood in the superior part of what? Of the body. Now let's come to the inferior part of the body. In continuation of what? Of the aortic arch, we have the descending aorta. Now the descending aorta, it has two main what? Parts, that two main portions, and these are what? The thoracic descending aorta and then the abdominal descending aorta. The thoracic descending aorta is a part of what? The aorta that supply the thoracic cavity and everything in it with what? Blood. And through that, it has small branches of what? Arteries. Do you understand? It's a big artery, so it has small branches of what? Small arteries, and these arteries is what would what? Supplying what? All the components in the thoracic cavity with blood. Now, what are examples of these arteries? One, we have the esophageal artery. So esophageal artery will supply what? The esophagus with blood. We have what? The pericardial artery. The pericardial artery will supply what? The pericardium with what? With blood. We have what? The intercostal arteries. The intercostal artery will supply what? The intercostal muscles with what? With blood. We also have the superior phrenic artery. The superior phrenic artery will also supply what? The diaphragm with what? With blood. And also we also have the mediastinal artery, which supply what? The mediastinum with what? With blood. All these arteries will supply what? The component in the thoracic cavity with blood, and after that they will what? They will deposit their deoxygenated blood. Do you understand? So after the supply, the blood that will be what? Moving will be what? Deoxygenated blood. So the deoxygenated blood will move into the azygos vein. So the azygos vein will take what? The deoxygenated blood from almost all part of the thorax and then deposit it into the superior vena cava. The azygos vein has three main veins that brings or deposits deoxygenated blood in it. And we have what? The right posterior intercostal vein. So the right posterior intercostal vein from the T4 to T11 will bring blood into the azygos vein. You understand? And then the hemiazygos vein, what will does it will take the blood from the left side. So from the left side, it will take it from T9 to T8 and then bring it into the azygos vein. And then we have what? Accessory hemiazygos vein. It will also continue with this one from what? T8 to T5 and then bring the blood into what? The azygos what? Vein. So after that, we what? We deposit them into the superior vena cava and then bring it back into the right atrium for the process to continue. Now, so this is for the thoracic what? Supply. Now let's come to the abdominal supply. Come to the abdomen. We have what? The abdominal descending aorta. The abdominal descending aorta, it also has small branches of what? Arteries. You understand? And these arteries will supply various parts of what? Of the abdomen and then the inferior parts of the body with what? With blood. Example of these arteries are the celiac trunk. Celiac trunk contains what? Three main arteries. We have the left gastric artery which supply blood to the stomach. You understand? We have the one, the hepatic what? Artery which supply what? The liver with blood. And we have what? The splenic artery which supply what? The spleen with blood. Also, in addition, we have the adrenal arteries. We have the renal arteries that supply what? The kidney. The adrenal supply the adrenal gland. We also have the mesenteric arteries, which is the superior and then the inferior mesenteric artery that supply the intestine and some part of the pancreas with what? With blood. Do you understand? And after that, after the supply and this exchange, the deoxygenated blood will get to the inferior vena cava through the corresponding what? Vein. For example, we have the adrenal vein, we have the renal vein, we have the hepatic vein, and these veins will take the blood from the corresponding what organ or the corresponding artery, and then deposit it into the inferior vena cava. So that the inferior vena cava will send it into the right atrium for the process to continue. Now, in continuation, we have the inferior part of what? Of the body. That is what? The lower limbs. You understand? Our legs. So for that part, how do we supply it? We have this artery, which is the common iliac artery. The common iliac artery, what it does, it will send what? Blood. It has so many what? Branches. You understand? It will send blood to the inferior part. And when the inferior part gets what? The oxygen and then the food nutrient, it will what? Send the deoxygenated blood through its corresponding what? Vein, which is the common iliac vein, and then deposit it into the inferior vena cava. And then the inferior vena cava will send it back into the right atrium. So the right atrium will send to the right ventricle, and then we undergo the pulmonary circulation to refill what? The blood with what? With oxygen, and then the process continues. So basically, this is what entails in what? Systemic circulation. Everything in here is very, very important. So please take very good note of what? Of this. So this brings us to the end of today's lesson. If you find the class interesting, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and also recommend it to a friend so that we all can benefit from what? From this video. See you in our next video. Thank you.